Hi everyone, let's learn the simple tricks of conditionals. Okay, we generally know the conditional sentence has two clauses. Okay, one subordinate clause, that is the if clause, and another one the main clause. Okay, so let's see the types of conditionals. Type 0, okay, that is general truth, okay, universal truth, scientific truth. Okay, that means the keyword for type 0 is it is fact. Okay, so you see here one example: if you heat ice it melts. So this is the fact. Clear? That means it is always the same. When you heat ice it melts. Okay, so its structure is, that is simple present tense. The subordinate clause or the if clause takes a simple present tense and the main clause takes simple present tense. That means both the clauses have simple present tense. Okay, so we should remember simple present plus simple present. Then come to type 1. Clear? So you say type 1 is fulfilled conditional. That means we have time in our hand and we can complete the work. Okay, and we can achieve whatever we target, we can achieve. Clear? So one example you see, if you work hard. Clear? If you work hard, you will score above 90 percentage. Okay, suppose now you are in class 10. Okay, if you target your board exam, accordingly you will practice. Okay, and you must score at last above 90 percentage, or you can fulfill your target. That means it is in your hand. Clear? So it is fulfilled conditional. The structure is in if clause you have to use simple present tense, and in main clause you have to use simple future tense. That means you have to remember here simple present plus simple future. Okay, and its keyword is possible, whatever possible. Okay, the keyword for type 1 is whatever possible. Okay, we have to use what? Fulfilled conditional. That means simple present plus simple future. Okay, next you see type 2. In type 2, you see there is unreal, imaginary, hypothetical, conditional. Okay, so purely it is imagination. Clear? So here the keyword you see, it is imaginary or imagination. Okay, out of imagination. So we have to imagine. So one example you see, if I wear a bird. Okay, if I wear a bird, means if I had feathers, wings. Clear? I could fly in the sky. I could fly in the sky. Means I imagine this. That's why it is imaginary and it is under type 2. What is its structure? In if clause you see simple past tense, and in main clause it is could or would plus verb 1. Okay, and next you see the type 3 means the last conditional, that is unfulfilled conditional. That means we have to regret here. Its keyword is regret. That means we don't have time in our hand. Okay, we did not do something, we could not get, okay, whatever we had wanted. In that case, that is unfulfilled conditional, means only we regret here. Clear? So if you had worked hard, clear? If you had worked hard, you could have scored above 90 percentage. Means this conditional, type 3 conditional, is opposite to type 1. Here you have time in your hand. We have time in our hand. But in type 3, we don't have time in our hand. Okay, already the time has passed, means gone. Clear? Now we regret, we repent over our foolish action. Okay, that's why the example is, if you had worked hard, you could have scored above 90 percentage. Okay, if you say it simply, you did not work hard, you could not means score above 90 percentage. That means you are regretting. Clear? Your father is telling to you, your teacher is telling it to you. If you had worked hard, you could have scored above 90 percentage. Okay, that means it is only means to regret, to repent. Clear? And what is its structure? You see, in if clause, it is past perfect tense. Okay, and past perfect means had plus verb 3. Okay, so to means to learn all the verb forms in conditionals, first of all, you have to go through tense. Okay, and you can watch my previous videos on tense. Okay, you can get all the verb forms clear. Okay, next you see in main clause it is could or would plus have plus verb 3. So this is the structure we have to remember. If you remember these structures, then we can use the correct verb form. Okay, and follow my next video for details. Thank you all.